Hello and welcome once again to a fresh episode of Soccer Talk with Mumini Alao. My name is Tunde Koiki, and with me is Mumini Alao, and together we are rather somber today. So do I start by saying my condolences? It was a dark day for Nigerian football on Saturday. You know, people always say that every day for the thief, one day for the winner. It's been every day for Nigeria. South Africa football finally had their day. There's been so much talk about what happened, what went wrong, what went right. But in your opinion, what were the things that went wrong on the day?
Well, I think I will put it down to the coach.
Okay.
Ghana Traore. I will say that he got his selection wrong, and he got his tactics wrong. And he also left his substitutions too late. Okay. So I think it was just a bad day at the office. And I'm just trying to narrow down the matter because he's a head coach.
Yes.
He picks the team. He determines the tactics. So if we have to narrow it down to one person, it has to be him. And I'm sure he's professional enough to accept that. Otherwise, there's enough blame to go around.
And everywhere.
Okay.
Interestingly, you never mentioned the players in all of this.
No, that's why I said there's enough blame to go around, and that will include the players, the NFF.
Even the NFF?
Absolutely.
How would the NFF be culpable in this?
Well, we started hearing stories about the football that was not available.
Yes.
And that we had to borrow football from South Africa. I felt that was a national disgrace. Although I don't think that's the main reason why we lost the game. Okay. Even if we had balls that had
2019
Nigeria written on them, going by the performance that the Super Eagles put up, we will still probably have lost the game. You know. But when things go wrong, then you start looking everywhere, to find reasons for why things went wrong. And that's why I said we have enough blame to go around.
Before that match actually was played, you and I talked about the fact that the spine of the team was missing. Did that contribute somewhat to the loss?
Definitely.
And also there's so much talk about a lack of experience in the side.
Definitely.
It was a very young side. It was 24 years of average age of 24 years.
And today, that's why I said Ghana Traore, should be held responsible. I mean, primarily, because he is fully aware, that this spine that we all can see, if we can see it, I'm sure he can see it.
He saw it as well.
Okay,
he did actually.
He did see it. So, and I thought he should have come up with, a better arrangement, because it was just very clear that the players we fielded, they had no leader on the pitch. There was no creative person in the midfield. The defense was in tatters. Look at that second goal, for God's sake. Couldn't the goalkeeper tell his players, look, one of you should come back? I mean, that just tells
the entire Nigerian team was
everybody just went
in the opposition half.
And these are supposed to be professional footballers. So I think it was a national embarrassment. But we must give credit to South Africa.
Yes.
Okay. We mentioned it before the game that what the advantage they will have probably was the fact that most of their players are based at home and they play together.
Yes.
And we saw it. In fact, I think 5 or 6 of the players
are from Mamelodi Sundowns. Last season champions. Last season African champions. Who had also played at the FIFA Club World Cup.
Exactly. So they've traveled around Africa. The experience, is there for them. And we saw the coordination in their play. So they were very, very composed. And even before the game, the coach told us what they were going to do because their primary objective was not to lose the game. And they set up not to concede any goals. But
which they did brilliantly.
Which they did brilliantly. And then when they saw the opportunity to score, of course, they took it.
What surprised you or shocked you most about that match? The fact that the South Africans were so tactically aware or that Nigeria was so abject? Because, let's be candid, it could have been more than 2. They struck the post twice.
Absolutely.
Had some blinders as well.
What surprised me was the fact that Nigeria was so abject. I mean, as I said, South Africa told us what they were coming to do. We knew what they were coming to do. They were not as prepared as the Super Eagles. And they said, look, we just want to come here and contain them. We are playing away against a Nigerian side that we had never beaten before competitively. So if you get a draw from this, it will be very nice. So it was up to Nigeria really to break them down because they were set up to defend. But we didn't have any creative spark. We didn't have any game plan to break them down. We didn't have any.
It was a classic game of attacking against counter-attacking, which the South Africans did masterfully. But my question to you was, Was this coming at some? Obviously, it was coming at some point in time.
Yes.
They've been getting closer and closer. The last
Yes.
two times we played them, we couldn't beat them.
Yes.
That 2-2 draw in Uyo.
The same Uyo.
Yeah. So it was coming. It was a matter of time.
It was coming. And today, let me be honest with you. If I was going to choose when it should happen, I think if I had a choice to choose, I would have chosen now that it happened.
Why?
Very good. We have 6 games in the AFCON qualifiers. This is the first one. So, losing the first one, our work is cut out. So we have 5 more games to make up. It would have been disastrous if it happened the way it happened the last time.
Yes.
You know, it was in the
When
last
we needed
game.
one, just that
It
game.
was in the last game
Exactly.
we needed to win, and we didn't win, and then we didn't qualify. Now we have lost the first game, so we have 5 more games: 2 against Seychelles, 2 against Libya, and the return leg against South Africa. So we have our work cut out. That's number 1. Then number 2, it's good we are losing to South Africa now, because now we know we have a lot of work to do ahead of our World Cup qualifier against Cameroon.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm not happy that we lost, but as I said, if I had to choose when to lose to South Africa, I would rather have chosen now. So it's okay. So we have time now to recover from this one and plan for the next game against Cameroon.
And trust me, the Cameroonians won't be as merciful as the South Africans. Trust me. But interestingly, while it must have been a bad weekend for Nigeria, there was some good news somewhat. At least England won the FIFA Under-20 World Cup for the first time in their history, and there was plenty of Nigerian interest in that as well. So probably in a few years' time, we'll probably see the NFF scrambling for those Nigerian kids, possibly.
It's not likely that those Nigerian kids will now opt to play for the Super Eagles. It's not likely.
No, anyway.
And today, while I say congratulations to those Nigerian-born players, I think we have enough worry on our hands right now. Okay. Congratulations to England. Their first world title since
1966.
That historic 1966, you know. Wow. And maybe from now on, at least they will find something else to say, because anytime you read anything about English football, it's about Bobby Charlton and 1966.
And the ghost goal by Joe First.
Okay. You know, so, but let's face it. The fact that we have 5 Nigerian-born players in that squad tells you something, that football is in the Nigerian DNA, okay? Football is in the Nigerian DNA, and what we are lacking, really, is organization.
And the MVP of that tournament was actually one of Nigeria heritage, Dominic Solanke, Golden Ball winner, following in the footsteps of the likes of Maradona, Messi, Sergio Aguero, Paul Pogba. I don't know what to say, but congratulations to England, and congratulations to Nigeria somewhat. So I'm just hoping that we've learnt our lessons from this South African debacle ahead of what promises to be a very, very entertaining encounter against the indomitable lands of Cameroon coming up later this year. My name is Tunde Kweki. This has been Soccer Talk. Many thanks to Mumini Alao for joining us.
Thank you very much, Tunde.
And many thanks to you for watching. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.